Hey everybody, my name is Conor and welcome to Carvocus, and today guys I have a live video for you today because I'm not at home. I am actually in a hotel room because I was at the Star Wars celebration in London today and I went to the EA conference. You'll see it and I talk about it in the vlog that'll be up tomorrow. But yes, I was at the EA gaming conference where they talked about the Star Wars games, and they talked about 4 games, majority their phone game which I can't remember, the Old Republic, Battlefront, and this 4th game that we don't know what it's called yet. But I'm going to talk, so the app, they mentioned that there's like 90 plus characters you can have in the app, and that they're adding in a new like boss level into it. That's about it. That's all we really got from the app. Nothing majorly new. But for the Old Republic, which was out 5 years this year, which is really freaking old for a game to be constantly being supported after 5 years, and their new DLC they announced, and it's going to be called Knights of the Eternal Throne, which that's all we know. We literally got like a 2-second teaser of a guy igniting a lightsaber. That's about it. But yeah, that's Knights of the Eternal Throne. That's all we got for the Old Republic. The next thing I'm going to go into is that game that we don't know what it's going to be called. We know it's coming out in 2018, and it's basically it's going to be developed by the same people who made Uncharted, so they have some connection to it. But from what we saw, it didn't look like an Uncharted game. It looked much more like an Assassin's Creed type game, like a parkour and like climbing up the side of buildings, stuff like that. But the difference between it and Assassin's Creed is, in Assassin's Creed you play as the one character, and this it looked like you're going to be a group of characters, and it looked like they were going to be swapping between 3 characters just from the still images we got. Now this game is once again coming out in 2018, so there's very little we actually know about it. But yeah, you get to swap between what looks like the 3 characters, and there's going to be some story to it. And it looks very like the game was set like right in the heart of the Empire, so around in between episodes 3 and 4. That's looked like when it was set, but we don't know because we were given very little information. The next thing is the Battlefront. Now we got loads of new stuff on Battlefront. We got 2 or 3 trailers, one for the next DLC. One of them was just like Battlefront to where it is now, and then we got like a little bit of a DLC, like a little bit of a snippet that was just talking about Battlefront and its backgrounds and stuff like that. But the first thing I want to talk about is the next DLC, which is coming out in fall 2016, is the Death Star DLC. So we learned two major things about this DLC, and that is you're going to be able to do the trench run, the famous trench run from episode 4 on the Death Star. You're going to be able to do that in-game, which is really, really cool. And we learned about the hero and the villain, which will be added to the game with the DLC, and that is Chewbacca being the hero and Bossk being the villain, which was kind of expected that Chewbacca was going to be it. Well, we weren't sure who the villain was going to be, but it's going to be Bossk. We know that for sure. Another thing that they're adding to the game is something called a skirmish mode, which basically is going to allow you to play the online modes offline by yourself. So you'll have these massive big battles, but it'll all be AI instead of, well, yeah, AI instead of players online. So you just play against the computer pretty much. And you can do that multiplayer, like local, or you can play with your friends in an offline game, but it'll still be online. But yeah, makes sense. It's going to be called a skirmish mode, though. The next thing is we learned about the 4th DLC that'll be coming out winter, and it's going to be a Rogue One DLC. That's what we learned. It's going to be called Rogue One Scarif. And pretty much it's going to be released alongside the Rogue One movie, so it's like you go see the movie, then you come home and play the DLC. And we know the hero and the villain which will be added for that, and that is Jyn Erso. Is that how I say that? Jyn Erso, which is the main protagonist. That's her name. And then the villain is going to be Krennic, who seems to be the main antagonist from the movie. I'm correct there. I'm asking him because he's sitting right there and he knows more about this than me. But yeah, that's all we got. We got so much on Battlefront. The trailers for it just looked amazing. And all around that conference was just so cool to be in. Like, it was just so surreal. Warwick Davis hosted it, so it was really cool. And it was like about 45 minutes long. That's how long it was. But it was totally worth the wait. We literally had to sprint from meeting Carrie Fisher to it. But guys, that's all the news I got for on Battlefront and, yeah, Old Republic and that undisclosed game. We don't know what it's going to be called, but it sounds like it's going to be very, very good. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, and please do say so in the comment section below. What are you excited about for Star Wars games in the future? And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe to Carvocus for many more videos, because I've got many more stuff coming on the way. And guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.